sort of fundraiser or you want a table to promote an event that you have, that's also how you would reserve a table down in the Causeway. Again, I would preferably like to have a week's notice on that, and table space does go quickly as the semester progresses, so the sooner you get your reservation in, the more I'm going to be able to accommodate you in having a space, because there's only so many tables we can fit down there. If you're doing it as part of a fundraiser, please remember to fill out your fundraiser registration form, which you can find off of the Student Activities website. If you go to the Policies and Guidelines section, it can be found all the way at the bottom of the page. So fundraiser registration form. If you do not fill out your fundraiser registration form and it is not approved by the Student Activities Office, I will not approve your table. So I'll try to send you an email saying, okay, I got your table reservation, but we haven't gotten your fundraiser registration form. I can't do it until this form's approved. If you want to reserve space in the hub for this semester, I would recommend that you make your reservation requests as soon as possible, especially if you're looking to use the building for your weekly meetings. Space goes quickly and we only have a limited number of rooms. I'll try to do the best I can to fit you in, but that space does go quickly. And even for events, as we get through to the semester, once we hit November, early December, space goes quickly, and so you might have to use an alternate space or postpone your event. If your event requires a special setup, so say you're doing an event here in the Hage room, I'll need to know how you want the room set up at least 1 week in advance. That allows me to coordinate with our setup crew here in the hub, or even if it's say over in Heritage Commons or on Mary Lyon, I need to coordinate with the physical plant crew down in facilities across the bridge. So that gives me time to communicate with them, and that also gives them time to schedule their crew and make sure that everything happens on time and that it's set up the way you want it. Something new for this semester, or this coming academic year, for those organizations that prefer to use space in academic buildings, we have a new student organization use of classroom space form. And basically what it goes over is general housekeeping issues. We've had minor issues in the academic buildings with some things that aren't kind of cool going on after hours. So this is to kind of protect you as well as to protect the academic space, because really it is classroom space where you guys all learn. So, and basically it's just basic rules. It goes over if you bring any materials or decorations or anything into the room with you, it has to leave when you go. You can't leave it behind unless you put it into the trash. Wipe off any blackboards or whiteboards that you use. If you rearrange the room and you move the desks around, put the desks back the way they were so that it's ready for class first thing next morning. If there's any garbage, then it needs to go into the trash receptacle. So just pick up the room, make sure that it's ready for class. Turn off all the lights and any multimedia equipment. You know, we're trying to be a green campus, so in order to save that all-important electricity, we want to make sure that the lights are shut off as well as to save on the multimedia. Make sure that the rooms are locked when you're done. That's a huge security issue in the academic buildings. Of course, a lot of the rooms are multimedia capable, and sometimes it grows legs, and that doesn't help with all of our funding for those items. So if you could just leave the rooms in a better or similar condition to what you found them, that would be really helpful. I'll leave copies of these. You can also find these also on the Student Activities website under this Planning Events section. On the back side, it just has you list your organization name, those key players in your organization that are going to be planning events or meetings or making reservations, and then it also needs to be signed by your advisor. The good thing is that you only have to do this form once for the academic year, and it will cover all of your meetings and all of your events. So what I'll do is if you make reservations, I'll just kind of give you a little reminder, please remember to clean up after yourself, make sure the room's ready for class for the next day. And this needs to come back to me in the admin office, and you can either inter-office to me or drop it off in the admin office. The other thing to remember with academic space is that if you plan to do any events or meetings in Boyd Hall, they do not allow food or drink in their classrooms. So because you're the ones using that space, you need to maintain that guideline that they put out, and make sure, obviously, if there is food or drink, which I'm not condoning, that it's picked up when you're done. For those student organizations that have offices or lockers here in the hub, please send me your updated key lists for access to your areas. If you haven't done so already, my email address is jmsmith, and then the number 1010 at plymouth.edu. For those student organizations who have offices or lockers or want offices or lockers, please be on the lookout sometime this spring semester. The allocations process is coming back around. It's a 2-year process. So every 2 years we reallocate the space here in the hub. So in the spring, Carrie Keating will be emailing forms to apply for either locker space or office space here in the hub. And then it is done by a committee of your peers, student org related and non-student org related. So more of that to come. But if you're thinking about needing space here in the hub, keep that in mind for spring. And if any of your organizations are looking to use the Panther suit, you can sign up for that online through the hub website. So over here on the right-hand side, you see the wonderful mascot. Click on that, and then that will submit a reservation request for the Panther suit. Any questions? I know that was kind of fast. Yeah?
So every 2 years, do you have to ask again to have your office?
Correct. Yep, so every 2 years you have to reapply for your space. Any other questions? Yes.
Is tabling and everything all free for all organizations?
It is.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, we do have outside vendors that come in that either sell their wares or promoting their businesses, things of that nature from off campus, and we do charge them to gain some revenue in order to maintain your student fees. But student orgs are free. Mr. Funk.
I thought that is that new? Because I thought if you host a group, if they're hosted under the student org, then they can come for free.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yes.
And if you have a group selling merchandise, do you still need a permit from the town?
No.
Okay.
Because they're on university property, the town kind of considers that to be non-town
'Cause
property.
I know we had an issue
So-
like maybe 3 semesters ago with not having a permit from the town. We had to go talk to town hall.
Nothing that I'm aware of, but if you want to come chat with me, then we can do that later.
Cool.
But yeah, if for some reason you have an outside group, so for example, the Adventure Education Club had a company approach them that offers trips out west or opportunities to intern with their company. And that group decided to sponsor that particular company to come in and table in the hub. So as long as your organization endorses the particular group, and you make the reservation and you make the arrangements, then they don't have to pay the vendor fee. Make sense? Any other questions? Thank you very much. Have a good semester.